Hi guys, welcome to Travel with Austin. I'm Austin. Today we are here in Traverse City, Michigan, and we are exploring another one of the abandoned buildings on the Kirkbride campus here. This is the campus of the former Northern Michigan Asylum, now known today as the Villages. And thanks to Preservation Works, who offers tours here, and does a lot of good work with asylums, especially Kirkbride, such as Fergus Falls, the Traverse City one we're in right now, and the Ridges. So we're going to be taking another look at one of the buildings here. Now, again, this is not in the actual Kirkbride itself. This is one of the outside buildings. Now, this is probably my favorite building, and I have nicknamed it the Cotton Candy Asylum for reasons you will see later. Now, this building originally did start as a normal patient dorm, but then was converted into a dorm for the patients who could take better care of themselves, basically. So you'll see later on things like a kitchen and stuff. And then, even after that, not only was it, you know, the housing area for patients that could take more care of themselves, but it also became a vocational school. And so when we head down to the basement, you'll be able to see some of that. And this building is probably my favorite here, um, just because it has such a neat history and it has so much going on inside of it. So right now we are on the first floor, which is absolutely beautiful. You can tell there is some graffiti in here. Some of it is covered up though. You can just look at that beautiful archway. Here is a bathroom that is, covered in rubble. Then I don't know what this would be. Kind of reminds me of like a nurse's desk or a shop desk or something. And behind it, we have the fire alarm system for the building. Now, as we continue down the hallway, you'll notice this building is a lot darker than the other ones we've been in. That is because a lot of windows are boarded up or bricked up so that people do not get in. So we are now walking into one of the side areas here, and you can just look at how beautiful this section is with the archway and all the doors behind it, the peeling paint. It's just so magnificent. And got some rooms back here. You can see there's someone taking a photo, so I bounced out pretty quickly of that room. And then here we have beautiful window setup, nice wood floors. Looks like someone tried to draw a pentagram but failed miserably. So you can see this, just a small room underneath the stairs. Here is the bathroom area, or one of the bathroom areas, I should say. And then this was probably a bathroom area or a shower area, just judging by the tile. And then we have this room with the little box and a chalkboard. Now it did continue a little bit, but it didn't go much further, and just due to how there's tons of stuff on the floor there and I couldn't see the condition of the floor, I decided not to. So now we are going to head down into the basement. And I will say, going through all of these buildings, I kind of wondered, about them being haunted, but I didn't really feel anything in them, except for this basement made me very uneasy. And I'll fully admit that. So we come down, immediately there is another bathroom area. And got some equipment and stuff here. Now back here in this area, we have this weird structure, and I don't know what it was. Um, You can see we got stuff like, looks like paint and other chemicals back here. Then you just have this massive thing, which my flashlight is not in the right spot, and I'm very terribly sorry for that. I think I was multitasking at this point, but you can kind of see what you can see and how weird it looks. So anyway, back into the basement itself. Swapping hands of the flashlight right there. So you can see me moving the flashlight around a lot because I was kind of scared there may be something waiting for me in one of the rooms. That's a very unique water fountain. Then this is, again, the bathroom area. You see there were some sinks and a urinal over there. This paper towel dispenser still had paper towels in it. Another urinal, and then toilets that had toilet paper on them still. Kind of interesting. You can see how big this basement area is. Again, there would be a lot more natural light if the windows weren't boarded up. Also appears there was an exit over there. Got some doors and stuff. Got some various metal pieces on the ground there. And here we have a newspaper. I believe it's from 2006, but I know I go and check. So, yep, October 2nd, 2006. Then got some stuff in here. And then just kind of an empty area back here. Nothing really to see. Now I gotta carefully make my way back around the pile of rubble. And here we are back in the main hallway area. You can look at that old wooden door there. That's definitely original. And you can see some stuff here. Now they did have the dates on them. I believe they were from the 50s. So go back around to go through the door that I missed. In this area, I believe was the machine shop. You can see there are two heavy-duty springs in the area. And that is some oil that was spilled. And I don't know if oil ever stops smelling, but it was a very strong smell. So we're going to head back out into the basement. You can just see how many different doors and stuff there are in here. This is where the vocational school would have mostly been. Now, I'm not sure what this room was. It was kind of blocked off by that furniture that had fallen in front of the door, so I didn't get to see it, but it was massive. And I know of the areas here, I was told there was a machine shop, a paint shop, a print shop, I believe, which I think is what we are entering right now. And, a few other different things that the patient could go through. So we are almost at the end of the basement, thankfully. I could remember I did not want to be down here any longer. So in here we have this interesting machine, which I have no idea what it was, but it's obviously part of the vocational school. And not much over on this side. You can see all these vocational school rooms have like their own separate doors, which is pretty interesting. And then back here we had a storage area. Obviously all the shelves and stuff were empty. You can see how they used to store things. Then also down there we have one of the utility tunnels. I think this is the only one that wasn't completely blocked off. but it's absolutely so small that no one is going to be able to fit through there. Now we have a little front area here, and just some random wooden things. You can see there's actually some wood stored in the side there. And then finally, as we enter this area with the hanging light, we are getting ourselves to the stairs, getting out of the basement. Again, that is the only basement that actually creeped me out the whole time I was here. And honestly, the only part of any building that really creeped me out. So now we are heading up to the second floor. It's a bit of a long journey because the ceilings are so high in these buildings. So here is a ladder up into the attic. And this is one of the rooms here. Very beautiful room. A storage area here. Sadly, you may be able to see the dead raccoon um, on the bottom here, which I kind of stared at for a while because it was in such a bad condition. It took me a while to figure out what it was. Now this is the blue raspberry room, as I'm calling it, because it's very blue, and I feel like blue raspberry fits into the cotton candy theme. Oh, and here is a box for a BB-8 Star Wars droid. Of course, you know I had to check to see if someone left their Star Wars droid here. Um, but unfortunately, spoiler, there was nothing left. That was a weird piece of modern trash inside of this old building. Now we have another bathroom area here. And we got more rooms, more of the same. I actually don't think I realized, I think that may have been like chalkboard paint on the wall. It's kind of interesting. Now, I believe I start to get a bit faster right here because my device was about to die. And we still had so much more to see. So there's a pile of rubble here on the floor. No idea where it came from because it's not like the roof was exposed or anything. It's just sitting here in a nice little pile. And then this is why I call it the Cotton Candy Asylum. That nice little room there, which we'll go back and see, don't worry. Got a nice little window room here. I think it's got a pretty good design. And you can see there is rubble on the floor here. So I don't go back too far, but he did. Here is the kitchen where the patients could, cook for themselves. And I actually did not realize it at the time, but there is a small little box in the corner that connects to that room with the windows that we just saw. So, you could have the cooks basically hand the food out through the window. And now we are going up to the